All right, guys. This is another episode of the Recruiting Board. I'm your host, Grant Chachere. I'm here with three-star cornerback Shmar Akande from South Broward High School in Hollywood, Florida, which is in the Miami area. He's 6'3", 180. He's got offers from FAU, FIU, LSU, Miami, Tulane, and USF. And he's also gained some interest from Florida State and Oregon State. Shamar, how you going, my man?
I'm doing good, doing great.
Awesome. And how's your off season been? What has your off season been like for you so far? Because I know you've been gaining some interest from a lot of different schools. I know you've been doing some 7-on-7. So what's it been like? Pretty busy, I guess.
Yeah, real busy. Like just been getting work in. Been going a lot of 7-on-7s, trying to better myself. Just trying to do effort, trying to show my effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know you've been competing with the Bootleggers, which is actually a Louisiana-based 7-on-7 club, and you've been competing with not only with some of the best not only you've been teammates with some of the best players in the state of Louisiana, but you've also competed against some of the best around the country. So, what has your experience been like playing with the Bootleggers?
It felt great because knowing that we all in the same position and all playing on the same team together, it felt like I was just playing with my brothers out there. It felt like family out there.
Mm-hmm. And I know that part of the reasons why you were able to get hooked up with the Bootleggers was through Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith is actually New Orleans native, and he founded the Bootleggers. But he's also he's also runs Battle, and he moved up down to Miami, and I think that's where you linked up. What has your relationship been like with Coach Jimmy?
It been great. When I first met him, I ain't really know him like that because it's his first time. But we got a great relationship together, a great connection. Like I look up to him like if he's my father. He showed me way better ways and showed me how to move on with my life and stuff. So it's been great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's good. That's great to hear. And let's talk about your recruitment a little bit. I know that your very first offer was from FIU, and I was reading about like you were really excited about getting that offer. What was your initial reaction to getting the offer from FIU? Because I know like a lot of people when they see FIU, it's not that it's probably like on the smaller spectrum of D1 schools, but for anybody, if you get offered a D1 school by D1 school for your first offer, that's a huge deal for anybody.
So when I first heard I got FIU, I was excited because Coach DVD. I knew him for a long time. I was so excited because that was my first year playing high school. My first year playing high school football, and once I heard I got an offer, that made me feel great. But I just know it ain't no stopping from here. Just got to keep going.
Mm-hmm. What's your relationship been like with the coaching staff over at FIU?
So now that Coach DVD left, I got a great relationship with Coach Anthony Gator. He a DB coach at FIU. We talk so much, like we talk a lot, and he's been doing great.
So I know that you got an offer from FIU, which is FIU's biggest rival. What's your relationship like with Coach Herman and the rest of the staff?
It been good. When the day he offered me, we was talking. We was having a great conversation. Like he a good coach. I can tell he a good coach. You just gotta have that great relationship with him. So it just really been good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good coach is right. He's got a pretty good resume. He led Houston to a peaceful victory when he was over there with Houston. And he also beat a top 5 Oklahoma team and also Lamar Jackson in Louisville his last year at Houston, but then also he went to Texas, also was really successful there and won a Sugar Bowl. And I know, of course, it didn't really work out near the end, but he had a pretty successful run in Texas as well. So, what's it like to? What would it mean for you? Given his resume, does that attract? Does that give FEU a bigger attraction outside of the fact that it's not that far away from home?
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. It gives like I'm still home, but it still give like I ain't got to go nowhere because I can just stay home. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, no problem. And I know you recently took a visit to Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
to New Orleans specifically, because through the Bootleggers, you guys competed in the Battle of 707 New Orleans at Tag Gormley Stadium. You also took two visits. So one was to Tulane, who offered you, and LSU, who also offered you. Um, how was your visit like to Tulane, and what did you get from the vibe over there? What the new coaching staff they have? I know you were getting recruited by JJ McCluskey, who's a kind of a carryover from the previous staff. But been your relationship been like with Coach Summerall and Coach McCluskey?
Well, when I visit Tulane, I went there, seen the school. Everything was good, but like I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to meet the coach yet. But I had went there to visit the school though. I most definitely went there to visit the school, but I didn't get a chance to meet the coach.
Mm-hmm. Will you be planning on visiting Tulane in the near future?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And let's talk about LSU because I know you got offered from LSU. That's got to be a pretty big deal for you because I mean, obviously LSU not only is a brand name around not just college football but college athletics as a whole. It's also known to be. It's also known as DBU, given the amount of guys that have come out of LSU, such as Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, who's from the Miami area. Um, I mean, the list goes on. So, what does it mean to you to get offered by DBU?
It felt great. It felt amazing. So when when he first offered me, I'm like my heart was pounding because I'm like, yo, I really got off from LSU, and that it had made me push even harder because I'm like this big time right here, like this is big time, especially from Coach Corey Raymond, is big time. So so LSU, it's a great school, most def. It's a great school. I love to visit there again. It's a great school, beautiful school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And what impressed you the most about your visit?
Coaches, you gotta love the coaches. Uh, Working staff, gotta love them too. But most definitely the coaches.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to meet Brian Kelly by chance?
Nah, I didn't meet him. I didn't meet him.
Mm-hmm. But I do know that you met Coach Raymond, Corey Raymond, of course.
Yes, sir.
For a lot of people, is known to be, I wouldn't say the architect of DBU, but he's largely responsible for establishing LSU as DBU, given his track record of recruiting those guys to LSU and then developing them to the pros. So, what's your relationship been like with Coach Raymond?
It been great. Every time he see me, like he always got that swag. Like what's up, man? This and that. Like we'll have a great conversation. Like he'll standing here, ask me how I'm doing in school. He'll ask me how I'm doing, even though when I'm not in school, he'll ask me what I'm doing. Like still getting work in, still playing 7 on. He'll ask me all that. He a great coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Um, and also, I want to ask you about Miami. I know that I'm surprisingly that hasn't been the first question asked, but I wanted to build it up. But I know that you've gone offered by Miami of the U, of course. I know that's a pretty big deal for anybody from the Miami area to get offered by the U. What was your initial reaction when you got offered by the U, considering the fact that you are a hometown kid?
It felt amazing because it's like you got offered from your hometown. Like it felt good, especially Coach Cristobal. Like Coach Cristobal, he. I gotta say, I love it. I love it. The you impressed me. It really did. Gotta say, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is Coach Cristobal really like? Because I know that from hearing from a lot of different people, he is a not a very good recruiter, but a very aggressive recruiter. So, what has been your relationship like with Coach Cristobal, and how would you describe him?
So relationship wise, when he offered me, was talking, he was asking me like he was basically asking me like basically trying to get to know me and stuff. Like I was just telling him about myself. Then he told me about himself. Then right then and there, and then right after that, like he asked me what class I am. I told him class 2026. It just that time, the moment, just right there. And then it's like it's crazy because like I'm gonna say it again. Your hometown, from your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So great.
Exactly, man. And I'm pretty sure. I mean, have you seen the U by chance? The documentary that ESPN did.
I probably did. I think I probably did. I probably did. I'm not sure. I probably did though.
Yeah, but you should probably get a chance to see it because I know you're a Miami guy. That's probably one of my favorite sports documentaries. Is about the Miami. If
Mm.
anybody hasn't seen it, the U is about Miami's rise to power during the '80s, and it's a fantastic documentary, and you really get to see what it was like playing for Miami back in the '80s. And they also did a part two as well, where they described the hurricanes of the late '90s, early 2000s. But for anybody who hasn't gotten a chance to see it, but now let's move on to. Actually, I do have one more question. I know that you've been getting a lot of heavy interest from Florida State. That's another big time in-state school. Um, what um, what do you have to say about Florida State, and what does it mean to you to get recruited by one of the blue bloods of the state of Florida?
Repeat what you said again.
So I know Florida State, they've been very interested in you. I know they've been talking to you for a good bit. Um, what does it mean to you to get recruited by one of the blue bloods in the state of Florida? And then also, what's your relationship been like with the staff so far through these conversations?
So what does it mean? Like get recruited? It felt amazing because Florida State, Florida State. It just been to be honest. I don't even know what to say. Like it's just crazy right now because, but like relationship wise, oh yeah, relationship wise there. Like you you basically gotta like you just gotta you need to have a great relationship with the coaches because I feel like once you get a great relationship with the coaches is all love, man. Like teach you right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, of course. Uh, but now let's get into some other questions, more personal questions and stuff like that. But uh, is there any player that you kind of model your game after?
Jalen Ramsey.
What kind of sticks out? What about his play style sticks out to you the most?
What happened?
Hmm?
I didn't hear you. What happened?
Sorry. What about Jalen Ramsey's play style appeals to you the most?
Trash talking. Aggressive. I trash talk a lot on the field. I
Hmm.
mean,
You back it up?
Yes, sir. No, I have to. Ain't no point in talking trash if you can't back it up.
True. All right, man. And is there what are your biggest strengths, and what do you consider your weaknesses? Stuff that you may need to work on a little bit more.
My biggest strength is like my aggressiveness, like it's like strong, like it's there. Something that I need to work on, like I need to work on more, is my feet. That's what I need to work on more, is getting my feet right. That's
Hmm.
what I feel like I need to work on more.
Hmm. Yeah, man. That's all. There's always there's no such thing as getting better. Because even the best, they may have one weakness where they still need to work on. There's no such thing as not not going overboard with becoming a better player. There's no such thing. But anyway, I know that you're obviously, it's been noted that you are from Florida. You're a Miami boy. Florida is really well known for its style of football, but especially the Miami area. What is it like playing football in the 305?
It feels great because everybody that's talented come from that town. Everybody from talented, that 305, 954, everybody is like you was born with it. Like you was born with it. It's in your bloodline.
Mm-hmm. Is that something you carry around wherever you go, just knowing like, oh hey, I'm from Miami, you can't mess with me,
I keep that in my head, but
right?
yeah.
Well, especially when I mean, of course not when you're in Miami, but when you leave Miami, you go to these different 7-on-7 tournaments. I know that has to be in your mind.
Yeah, like when you seen me in New Orleans, I'm like, yeah, this is like I'm from there, like from Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I know you've been obviously, you've been getting a lot of attention from some of the best schools around the country. I know that early on you've gotten FIU and Tulane and USF, but you've also been getting some interest from the big boys such as LSU. Well, you got offered by LSU and you got offered Miami, and you've been getting some interest from other schools. So, how have you adjusted to this newfound, I would say, stardom? Because now people are figuring out who you really are. Uh, People are probably going to target you more just because of your status as a guy who's getting recruited by some of these schools. So, what adjustments have you made um, uh, to all the distractions that have been going around your life right now, given the fact, now you've been recruited by LSU and Miami?
Basically, just staying focused. Don't let too much of that get in your head. You still I still got a job to do. I ain't there yet till I make it. So just gotta compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And is there any hobbies you like to do outside of football?
uh, shoot, hobbies. I like the when I'm not in football. I like to either go to my friend's house, be like, hey, let's get some work in. I'll be like, go to the pool, let's get some pool work in. But they don't be want to listen to me, so I just sometimes I be having to do that by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
just be. I don't really be like having. I'm not the type like to have fun that much because I don't know. This is not that type.
Mm-hmm. You're just strictly football, man.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, man. That's gonna wrap up the interview for today. Just Shamar Akande, 3-star cornerback in the class of 2026 out of South Broward in Florida. Shamar, is there any last words you want to say before we wrap everything up?
To all those that's watching, just keep pushing. Just just keep pushing. Believe in God. Always keep God in your heart, man. I wouldn't have this if it wasn't for God. So just
Mhm.
keep pushing.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm your host, Grant Chachere. Of course, that's Shamar Akande. We'll see you guys later. Peace, y'all.